God's chosen ones, you've become the prophecy your enemies feared, divine consciousness. This isn't just another video. This is a divine interruption. Heaven scheduled this moment for you. Today marks a turning point, a divine awakening that will bring this truth fully into your consciousness. It's as though a light has been switched on within, and with it comes a power that some around you have sensed and perhaps even feared. In fact, their desperation has only grown greater, and they are scrambling to regain the control they feel slipping away. They're seeking ways to reestablish influence over your path, hoping to reconnect the strings that once held sway over your life. But take heart, chosen one, for you are on a path to ultimate freedom and purpose. Pause and consider deeply. What does it signify to truly embrace the essence of your identity? To stride forward with the profound certainty that you are divinely selected by God. As written in Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, we are gently reminded, "Before I shaped you in the womb, I knew you intimately. Before your first breath, I consecrated you for a unique purpose." These words unveil the sacred mission woven into the fabric of your existence from the very dawn of time. Today heralds a pivotal moment when this divine summons becomes vividly real, utterly irrefutable, and fiercely unstoppable. Your purpose stirs within you, igniting a fire that burns with an unyielding passion, a radiant force that no obstacle can extinguish. This awakening is not a fleeting spark, but a transformative blaze, illuminating the path you were destined to tread. It calls you to rise, to embody the truth of your calling, and to move forward with unwavering conviction, knowing that the Creator's hand has guided you to this moment of profound realization. Your journey, marked by this divine appointment, pulses with a vitality that reshapes your reality, urging you to embrace the boundless potential that lies within your soul, forever chosen and eternally set apart. Here's a crucial step. As you receive this message, you will encounter 7 signs along the way, divine markers embedded in your journey to guide and protect you. These signs will serve as reminders of who you are and whose you are, shielding you from any force that attempts to sidetrack or manipulate your path. Are you ready to recognize these signs when they appear? To welcome them as signals from God affirming your chosen purpose? Once this message ends, every scheme, every hidden trap, every web of chaos they prepared with unseen hands to hold you back will come undone. The chains they set to bind you will crumble, dissolving into shadows under the light of truth. You have already overcome these forces, though they tried to surround you with walls of fear and limitation. As you walk away with your heart lifted, filled with the confidence of God's purpose, you will see that the traps they set have only ensnared themselves. In Isaiah chapter 54 verse 17, it says, "No weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you." This is a divine assurance that every tool of chaos they fashioned has turned back upon them. The burdens they hoped would hold you down now rest upon their own shoulders, for you are free, chosen one. As you step forward, remember that you are not bound by their games or limitations. You stand surrounded by God's love and protection, victorious over every plot and scheme. Your quiet presence now resonates with a potency far greater than any spoken word, a silent strength they never foresaw, radiating with undeniable authority. A pivotal moment arrives when the weight of their words and deeds fades into nothingness, leaving them awestruck and diminished before the radiant power blossoming within you. You have transformed into an enigma, a sacred puzzle they cannot unravel, and each futile attempt to reclaim dominance only lays bare their own fragility, revealing the cracks they frantically strive to hide. This separation transcends mere physical or emotional realms. It is a divine bulwark enveloping you, an impervious shield crafted by the cosmos itself to safeguard your spirit from their malicious designs and veiled motives. This spiritual fortress, unyielding and eternal, stands as a testament to your ascent, a barrier no deceit can breach. As they grapple with their fading influence, your silence becomes a beacon of resilience, a quiet proclamation of your sovereignty, illuminating the truth that you are untouchable, guided by a higher purpose they cannot comprehend. Have you ever felt this kind of protection before? A sense that you're safeguarded by something larger than yourself? Psalm 91 verse 4 offers us assurance, saying, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." This shield is not mere silence. It is an inner force that neutralizes any negativity directed your way. They sense this shift in energy, yet they cannot access it, and that powerlessness stirs fear within them. You are no longer the person they once thought they could manipulate. You've transformed into someone beyond their reach, and now they're left to confront the truth. They no longer have any hold on you. As you stand resolute amid the tempest, an unyielding pillar of grace, they sense the formidable force of your reborn spirit, a strength anchored in a sacred soul-deep awakening. This is no withdrawal or surrender. It is the radiant hallmark of your profound inner metamorphosis. In Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31, the scripture proclaims, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Your silence embodies those eagles' wings, elevating you above the clamor, granting you the power to rise above the turmoil that swirls below. They now behold a might not forged in vengeance or wrath, but woven from resilience, an indomitable energy that has slipped entirely beyond their grasp. This transformation radiates a quiet majesty, a testament to your unshakable faith and divine alignment. Your presence, like a beacon in the storm, defies their influence, illuminating a path they cannot follow, a journey fueled by a celestial vigor that leaves them in awe, forever distant from the divine harmony you now embody. You are no longer a player in their petty games. Instead, you are a symbol of strength, an embodiment of divine grace. In witnessing this, they come to understand a powerful truth. They have created a force they cannot reverse, a power born from their attempts to hold you down. Every attempt they make to unsettle you only reinforces your strength, magnifies your light, and reaffirms the shield that now protects you. Picture a radiant aegis, forged from the very essence of the divine, encircling those anointed by God, an unseen yet immensely potent force. This shield transcends the notion of a simple barrier. It is a dynamic power that permeates every facet of being, safeguarding both the physical form and the eternal soul of the chosen. Its might is so formidable that even the darkest, most sinister energies dare not draw near, their malevolent intentions shattered upon contact. This ethereal armor, imperceptible to the eye yet palpable in its presence, is enveloped in the boundless embrace of celestial fortitude, blessed by the sacred touch of the Creator himself. It stands as a holy sentinel, ever vigilant and unwavering, enveloping those it protects in a cocoon of divine grace. This shield is a living testament to God's unyielding love, a fortress that repels all harm, ensuring the chosen walk unscathed through trials. Its presence is a constant reminder of the sacred covenant between the divine and those called to a higher purpose, a luminous safeguard that endures through all challenges, forever upholding the sanctity of their path. Jesus speaks to this power, saying, "My sheep hear my voice, I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they will never perish. No one can snatch them out of my hand." John 10 verses 27 to 28. Through this promise, God assures the chosen of eternal security. It is a covenant of divine protection, a safeguard so absolute that no evil entity can harm their souls. The chosen are not only shielded but also guided. This shield becomes a source of divine illumination that lights their path, ensuring that no darkness can penetrate or obstruct their journey. No matter how deeply evil encroaches, the light of this protection pushes it back, rendering all threats powerless in its presence. For those forces of darkness, this shield is a terror beyond comprehension, It serves as an impassable boundary, a constant reminder of divine sovereignty, as expressed in Psalm 84 verse 11. The Lord is a shield for those who walk in integrity, granting them security. This is no ordinary protection. It repels physical and spiritual assaults alike, standing as an immovable barrier against every attempt to invade the minds and hearts of God's people. When evil spirits draw near, they confront not just a wall, but a barrier of fire that reduces their attacks to ash. This sacred shield is a line no darkness can cross, echoing 1 Peter 5, verses 8 to 9, which warns, "Your adversary the devil prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Resist him, standing firm in the faith." This sacred guardianship stands as a powerful affirmation of the resilience bestowed upon those who remain steadfast in their faith. This shield is neither arbitrary nor unmerited. It is forged through unwavering loyalty and heartfelt devotion to the divine. The chosen, by their fervent commitment to God, grow ever closer to His embrace, and in response He fortifies their spirits, rendering them impervious to the onslaught of malevolent forces. Each step they take etches a divine imprint, a vivid testimony to God's constant presence beside them. Far from a mere conceptual vow, this protection is a vibrant, pulsating force, a dynamic assurance that God accompanies them through every challenge and triumph. They are adorned with a radiant, holy luminescence that lights their way, a beacon proclaiming to all that the Almighty's power envelops them, shielding them in every moment. This divine mantle ensures their path is secure, a sacred covenant that upholds their journey with unyielding strength, guiding them through trials and illuminating their victories with the eternal glow of God's love and protection. In this moment, activate your own energy of faith and purpose. Stand firm, for you are shielded and guided, each step a declaration of God's everlasting presence with you. The first sign is the palpable weight of their inner unrest, a turmoil that seems to swirl around you even as you remain distanced from their reach. Once, as you moved within their world, seemingly carefree and unguarded, they nourished themselves on your light, like shadows feeding off your unshielded energy. They were drawn to the naive warmth you radiated, but that time has passed. You've retreated, turning inward to conserve this unique energy, strengthening yourself like waves building force at the depths of the ocean. Your absence has left an emptiness they can't begin to fill, exposing the hollowness within their own darkened spirits. Former allies, those who once clung to you under the guise of friendship, now sit in empty rooms, acutely feeling the void you've left behind, a void that exposes the absence of your soul's influence. Conversations, once full of camaraderie, are now tainted by jealousy, and their once bright gazes have dulled, replaced by the shadows of resentment. They attempt to mimic the power and light you exuded, striving to reclaim the sense of significance they once drew from your presence. Yet their efforts are weak and incomplete, mere imitations, hollow echoes of what you embodied. In a moment of frustration, one among them lashes out, shattering a mirror they once used to reflect their semblance of power. As the glass breaks, a symbol is revealed behind it, one that serves as a reminder of the chains you broke free from, a mark that testifies to the path you've chosen, a realm they cannot penetrate. This symbol stands as a reminder of the boundaries they cannot cross, an emblem of the cycle they've unwittingly created for themselves. Now the power has shifted into your hands, and they know they can never reach the level of insight, strength, or peace that you've attained. The energy they once accessed so freely is now beyond their reach, a goal as distant and unattainable as the stars themselves. Each attempt they make to regain control only brings them face to face with the widening void within their own souls, a silent yet unyielding testament to the protective power that now surrounds and shields you. This journey isn't easy, especially when confronted with challenges designed to disrupt the peace you've built. If you wish to stay with us as we explore more profound insights, feel free to subscribe and join us in this journey of faith and resilience. Together, we find strength in the light, standing firm against forces that seek to pull us back. The second sign manifests as a stark, icy emptiness that lingers in your wake, a profound testament to the absence now etched into their existence. By choosing to forsake their validation and reject their measures of worth, you have forged a formidable divide, one that resonates with a depth no words could ever capture. This chasm, vast and disquieting, looms as a spectral force in their world, enveloping them in a restless unease that echoes through their souls. Your silence, once unimaginable, now pulses with a haunting resonance, ensnaring them in a reality sculpted by their own unresolved darkness. This void is not merely an absence, but a mirror reflecting their inner turmoil, a silent accusation of the shadows they've ignored. It strips away their illusions, leaving them to confront the hollow spaces within, where once your presence brought warmth and meaning. Your withdrawal has become a powerful reckoning, a force that underscores their isolation and the futility of their grasp, binding them to a solitude they cannot escape, haunted by the echoes of what they've lost. Consider the image of a former partner who once believed they held sway over you. Now they wander in their own lavish world, restless and discontent, as if imprisoned within a cage of their own making. The luxuries that once symbolized their hold over you now feel hollow. The once warm spaces have turned cold and inhospitable. They glance repeatedly at their phone, hoping for a message that will never arrive, each moment amplifying the ache of separation. The air around them grows heavy, filled with an icy silence that cuts through their being. The room is filled with shadows, and the walls that once symbolized stability now waver and tremble, revealing a presence, a reflection of their own hidden fears and insecurities emerging from the depths to confront them. This apparition is not a mere figure. It's a manifestation of every unspoken flaw, every insecurity, and every fear they hid behind while they were with you. The whispers they hear now are sharp and accusatory, calling out the inadequacies and dependence they once masked with your presence. Your absence has become a powerful mirror, reflecting back their own fragility with brutal honesty. In desperation, they throw their phone aside, the screen shattering, yet the whispers only grow louder, more insistent. The realization settles painfully. Losing you has left them vulnerable to their own fears, trapped in a world of their own making where every comfort has turned to coldness and every familiar thing has lost its warmth. They ache for the radiant glow you once bestowed, a luminous gift that elevated them beyond their mundane selves, now an elusive beacon forever out of reach. They stumble through the dim echoes of a world woven from delusions, grasping frantically for a truth they can no longer touch. The chasm your absence carved has become their profound judgment, an unyielding, silent divide that lingers mercilessly, forcing them to confront the stark reality of their loss. This void is not merely an emptiness but a haunting mirror, reflecting the fragility of their illusions and the weight of their unfulfilled desires. It binds them to a desolate solitude, where shadows whisper of what might have been, yet offer no solace. Their futile pursuit only deepens the wound, each step a reminder of the light they can no longer claim. This separation, relentless and eternal, stands as a testament to the transformative power of your departure, leaving them ensnared in the consequences of their own making, forever distanced from the brilliance they once knew. The third sign is your silent, yet powerful transformation, a change so profound it sends tremors through those who once sought to compete with or control you. This transformation is not merely external, it's an inner awakening, an alignment with the ancient streams of divine wisdom that flow through the universe. You have tapped into a knowledge that transcends earthly understanding, allowing you to rise with a new light, an unearthly grace that signifies you no longer belong to the same plane of limitations they do. This change isn't just noticed, it's felt deeply by those around you, leaving them shaken and filled with an unsettling jealousy. Imagine a colleague or friend who once thrived on rivalry, someone who tried to keep you within their grasp by casting shadows of doubt or competition. Now they stand in the dim corners, witnessing your renewal with a helpless envy. The aura of your transformation is so undeniable that it feels like a radiant fire to them, one that illuminates your path but leaves them engulfed in their own frustrations. Each time they encounter you, they're reminded of this dazzling shift, an energy they cannot understand nor replicate. They watch you with eyes clouded by jealousy, realizing painfully that the control they once assumed over you was an illusion. Driven by this envy, they attempt to mimic your path, thinking they can somehow replicate your growth by merely imitating the surface of your transformation. They scramble to adopt the posture, the grace, or the aura they perceive in you, yet they do so without understanding the depth and inner surrender required. Their actions are empty gestures, lacking the profound spiritual roots that anchor your evolution. In their desperation to grasp even a fragment of the mastery they sense in you, they find themselves caught in a futile pursuit, attempting to capture what cannot be forced or faked. Their helplessness becomes their undoing, as each attempt only underscores the gap between the surface-level imitation they strive for and the genuine spiritual evolution you have embraced. As they watch you move with the calm certainty of someone who walks in divine alignment, they are reminded of the void in their own lives, a stagnation that deepens with every step you take forward. Your invisible transformation is to them both a mirror of what they lack and a reminder of the divine protection and wisdom guiding your path. Your transformation stands as a boundary they cannot cross, a depth of understanding that remains entirely out of reach. In their desperation, they attempt rituals and mimic prayers without genuine reverence or understanding, thinking these acts will grant them access to what you have become. They light candles, murmuring phrases taken from ancient sources, hoping to glean even a shadow of your light. Yet, as they speak words they do not understand, the flames extinguish, casting them into a darkness far deeper than before. A silence that holds only their own failures and echoes of what they cannot reach. The Bible tells us, "Do not be deceived, God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." Galatians 6 verse 7. This sacred knowledge, guarded by the light, is reserved for those who come with open hearts and pure intentions. Their attempts at forcing entry only leave them more distant from the wisdom they seek, facing the bitter realization that their efforts have led them nowhere. This transformation you carry is no mere shift. It is a profound awakening that lifts you to higher planes of spiritual understanding. As Isaiah 40 verse 31 reminds us, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." Just as an eagle rises high above earthly struggles, you soar above, your soul's expansion reflecting a wisdom that cannot be corrupted or compromised. This inner growth builds a shield around you, a sanctuary fortified by grace and resilience that deflects all attempts to bring you down. Watching from afar, they see your light shining stronger, an unquenchable flame that only deepens their envy and longing while they remain rooted in stagnation. This transformation is your journey of light, untouched by the forces of darkness. John chapter 1 verse 5 speaks to this unwavering strength. "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." The wisdom within you, drawn from the vast reaches of the divine, is as constant and pure as it is powerful. Those who attempt to seize this light find only emptiness, for they lack the integrity and purity required to walk this path. Psalm 99 verse 11 tells us, "The way of the righteous leads to wisdom." This path is only accessible to those who seek it with a humble heart, while those with lesser motives find themselves blocked by an invisible boundary they cannot overcome. You walk with a strength and purpose that draw from a source beyond human comprehension. "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Psalm 27 verse 1. With each step forward, your soul becomes a sanctuary, a divine refuge that no force can touch. As you grow and rise, grounded in the sacred knowledge, you embody a peace that cannot be shaken. You rise not only in wisdom but in unassailable strength, becoming both deeply rooted and untethered, reaching new heights in a journey that is blessed, protected, and unbreakable. The fourth sign is their haunting fear of being trapped in the past, a fear that eats away at their core as they watch you ascend to levels they can no longer reach. With each step you take upward, they are left behind, reminded of dreams they once held but never achieved. This relentless contrast stirs a horror within them, for you have become a living embodiment of all they wish to be, a vision of potential they can no longer grasp. You are no longer a mere reminder of the past, but a prophecy of what they could have been, had they not been held back by their own limitations. Now every moment of your growth is a sharp reminder of the future they forfeited, and they scramble for stability as the ground of self-assurance crumbles beneath them. Imagine an old mentor who once basked in the glow of your achievements, finding pride in the light you brought to their world. Your success was a shared accomplishment, a source of joy for them. Yet now, as your strength and wisdom surpass theirs, that shared light has turned into an ache within them. What was once a source of pride has become a scar, a mark of jealousy glowing brighter with every step you take forward. Proverbs chapter 27 verse 4 speaks to this inner turmoil, saying, "Anger is cruel, and wrath is like a flood, but who can withstand jealousy? They cannot bear to see you achieve the heights they once dreamed of, and with each passing day, their admiration fades, replaced by a resentment that silently corrodes their peace." This struggle within them illustrates how the past, if clung to without growth, becomes a weight, a prison that holds them back. As they look upon you standing tall and free from the shadows they remain trapped in, the contrast becomes unbearable. Forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal. Philippians chapter 3 verses 13 to 14. Your upward journey reminds them of a choice they neglected to make, the choice to move beyond past glories, to continue growing and striving for more. Your strength is a reminder that fulfillment doesn't come from stagnant memories but from pushing forward into the unknown. Each step you take becomes a symbol of the resilience and growth they neglected, a testament to the fulfillment that eludes them. They watch with a growing sense of futility, grasping at memories while feeling the fear of a future they can no longer shape. Standing firm in your path, you show them the price of not evolving, of holding too tightly to past accomplishments. Your growth is not only a personal triumph, but also a powerful lesson, a silent call to those who remain in the shadows of their past. With each step you reinforce the message, life's true purpose is found in the journey forward, not in clinging to what once was. In their growing despair, they turn to sources of ancient wisdom, scouring dusty, long-forgotten books filled with fragile pages and cryptic symbols from ages past. These ancient texts speak in whispers of prophecies foretelling the rise of the chosen and the end of old, stagnant ways. Each symbol and verse seems to mirror their own hidden fears, casting shadows over the past they cling to, and foreshadowing a future where all they hold on to will fade into oblivion. Desperation drives them to tear at the pages, hoping to erase the truths they can no longer deny. But each word, each symbol, is etched into their minds, embedding a sense of dread they cannot shake. As they grapple with the weight of these revelations, they cling to one last hope, pulling you back into their crumbling world, hoping to regain influence over you. But your silence speaks louder than any words could. This silence becomes an unbreakable barrier, a powerful testament to your growth and the wisdom that they no longer control. For them, your silence is a vast chasm, an echo of certainty and resolve that stands beyond their reach. They begin to realize that what they once thought was their strength was only a fragile facade, one that is now shattered under the weight of your absence. In vain they seek to rebuild a semblance of control, but they face only a silent resistance, a powerful symbol that you have transcended their reach. Your silence now reflects an existence beyond their understanding, a new path that they cannot tread. As they try to sever themselves from the chains of their past, they find themselves unable to open the doors to a new era, a reality in which they no longer hold any power. The future, once in their grasp, now slips away, leaving them alone, submerged in a dark solitude that grows heavier each day. In their attempts to hold on to yesterday's shadows, they watch as the present moves forward without them, leaving them isolated relics of a world that no longer exists. As Proverbs chapter 4 verse 18 says, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day." Your journey, full of light, illuminates the path forward, while their stagnant existence fades further into darkness. Their struggle to pull you back is futile. Each attempt only serves as a reminder of the strength you've gained. You have become a beacon, a testament to what it means to grow and evolve, while they remain tethered to shadows. As Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." You've entered a season of growth, while they are left in the past season, yearning for a time that is already past. In your unwavering journey forward, they are left to face the void within, a consequence of a life spent clinging to what is no longer relevant. In Scripture we read, "The old has passed away, behold, the new has come." 2 Corinthians 5 verse 17. You embody this transformation, a living reflection of renewal. As the winds of change surround you with a force they cannot withstand, those who once clung to your presence now find themselves like trees in winter, losing their leaves, exposed, and unable to thrive in your absence. They cannot break free from the past, and in trying to keep up, they fall, much like leaves swept away in the breeze of your growth. For them, the profound wisdom you've gained shines distantly, like a light they can see but will never reach, a horizon that calls you forward and leaves them behind. Their grip on the shadows of the past becomes desperate as they try to stretch into a new reality. They find themselves haunted by a warning they once ignored: do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans chapter 12 verse 2. This transformation isn't simply change, it's a flowing alignment with a divine current that carries you ever higher. To those still held back by the chains of their choices, it is an unsettling force, a reminder of all they haven't embraced. Each step you take reflects the freedom they are unable to grasp, exposing the gaps in their own lives. They tear through the pages of old wisdom, hoping to find a way to stop your ascent, but each effort confronts them with the truth of their own limitations. As you continue forward, each step becomes a testament to renewal, your movement a reminder of freedom they cannot control. Your transformation is a symbol that transcends time and space, a light that, in their eyes, will forever remain out of reach. Like the dawn breaking on a long night, your journey reveals not only your growth, but the deep void in their own existence. In a world that clings to old ways, you have become a beacon of something new, uncontainable, and rooted in something beyond. As Isaiah 61 verse 1 says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you." In this new chapter, you stand illuminated, a living message of renewal that they can neither halt nor hold back. The fifth sign is a painful yet profound awakening in them, a realization of helplessness they can no longer ignore. For so long, they quietly harbored the fear that they would never reach the heights you're destined for. As you step confidently into your own truth, this realization compels them to confront their limitations, the walls they've unknowingly built around their potential. There was always something about you that they could never quite understand or replicate, a light that now illuminates their own shadows, casting their self-imposed boundaries into stark relief. Imagine a friend or family member with whom you've shared countless moments, one who quietly sought to measure up to you, who kept pace by mirroring your steps. Now they find themselves in a quiet room with only memories filling the space. Dust gathers on the boxes of nostalgia, symbols of moments shared and dreams whispered in solitude. They reach for a box of old photos, thinking they'll find comfort in the reminders of shared history. But as they sift through each picture, tracing the edges of each frame, an unsettling realization washes over them. Your image, once familiar, is blurred, fading from each photograph as though you were never there. In every image, their face remains clear, but yours has faded, leaving only a ghostly absence. This awareness leaves a chill within them, a sense that no matter how hard they try to retrieve the warmth of past connection, they cannot hold on to the presence that has now transcended beyond them. Their grasping fingers trace the emptiness in each frame, realizing that your transformation has shifted you into a realm where they cannot follow, a place unbound by the past. The feeling of inadequacy, once hidden behind attempts to compete or draw near, now becomes a stark reminder of their own limitations. Scripture reminds us in John 8 verse 12, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." Your journey is illuminated, the path forward a light they cannot reach without true inner transformation. Your presence, once grounding, now serves as a mirror to their own unfulfilled potential, a reflection they can no longer escape. In this, they realize the truth they feared all along, that you were never simply another companion but someone walking a path guided by something higher, a calling that has led you beyond the confines of their world. This moment is the ultimate confrontation with their own ordinariness. They are left to ponder the depths of their own journey, asking themselves, could I ever step into that same light? Yet in every attempt to capture what is beyond their reach, they are met with the stark emptiness of their own limits. Your evolution is both a reminder of what could be and a testament to the strength you carry within. As Isaiah 61 verse 1 calls, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." This void, like a silent echo, murmurs a truth they have long feared, that they could never fully understand you, nor were you meant to walk the same path. While they remain anchored in the familiar, your ascent into a realm beyond their grasp forms an invisible yet impenetrable boundary. You've risen into a space infused with a deeper wisdom, a place where mere observation falls short, like the essence captured in Colossians 1 verse 9, where Paul speaks of being filled with the knowledge of God's will and all spiritual wisdom and understanding. Your awareness surpasses their comprehension, leaving them feeling lost in the echoes of what once was. Old connections now stand as faint memories, bonds that were long ago severed by your growth. Your rise and elevation of spirit and understanding amplify their own stagnation, creating a sharp contrast between your paths. They are left behind, confined by the limits of their own choices, while your journey continues upward, lighting the way toward a destiny that grows increasingly out of their reach. Imagine them, bound by these old echoes, trying to keep up with an unspoken rivalry, only to realize that every attempt pulls them deeper into the shadows of envy. They are left to confront a haunting reality, an awareness that sits heavily in their soul. You were never meant to stay in their orbit. You were always called to something higher, a journey uniquely your own. This truth severs the last remaining threads of attachment, laying bare the gulf that exists between you. Alone with the weight of this realization, they are left under the shadow of unfulfilled potential, knowing they can only watch as you rise. In Philippians chapter 3 verse 14, Paul declares, "I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus." Your journey reflects this very sentiment, a relentless pursuit of divine purpose that leaves behind those unwilling or unable to ascend. This truth reshapes their understanding, forcing them to confront the fact that your path is one they were never destined to follow. As they sit with this awareness, the jealousy they feel transforms into a constant reminder of the heights they cannot attain, a silent testament to the undeniable, unbridgeable distance between you. The sixth sign is their loss of control, deepening their helplessness, a loss of a power that once subtly manipulated your emotions. Once they created a flow driven by your approval and dependency on their direction, but now, having slipped free from their grasp and found your own path, as you rise in your orbit, their dominance slips from their hands, dragging them into unrest. Imagine an old authority figure, someone who shadowed your steps, shaping your career in their desired direction. Once fueled by the need you had for them, that power now slips through their fingers like grains of sand as you courageously move forward without their approval. This situation creates a crisis of existence for them. They sit in an office bearing symbols of power. Their desks are filled with old contracts, sealed files, symbols representing everything they once had. But now, these symbols are fragile memories that crumble in their hands as they touch them, turning into relics that fall apart. With the air filled with the scent of burning, their old essence of control vanishes like smoke. They reach out to reclaim their old influence, but it's already too late. Your liberation has ended their influence, and this truth deepens like a wound within them. An owl silently appears at the office window, its sharp gaze piercing their souls, a being that causes everything to be questioned in a moment of silence. This is not just a bird, it is the silent harbinger of an inevitable turning point. Its gaze touches their mind, and in that moment, they realize the invisible hand of the universe keeping them away from you, like a protective shield surrounding you, leaves them powerless. The illusion of control they clung to tightly now dissipates, leaving them to face only their own burning helplessness. The loss of control symbolizes the end of the kingdom they ruled. The weight of the truth torments them, leaving them abandoned in their inner worlds. Facing the loss of control is like standing on the edge of a dark abyss for them, realizing that they can no longer guide you as they used to, that they cannot interfere with your life to shape it, leaving a deep void within them. Remember the verse from the Bible, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall," Proverbs 16 verse 18. This awareness fully reveals that the pride and arrogance rooted within them were an illusion. No matter what they do anymore, nothing remains of the influence they once had over you. Their hands are empty, watching you stuck in the sands of the past. In panic, as they struggle to regain the lost influence, every move drags them deeper. The symbols of authority, old files and sealed documents, blur before their eyes, slipping away like smoke from their fingers. The symbols of power disappear like ghosts, just as described in the Bible. Even the most carefully laid plans of the wise are irrelevant. Isaiah 29 verse 4. This echoes as a warning for them, a reminder that the power they once held was only a temporary shadow. And when universal truth clashes with this power, nothing remains behind. The rising helplessness within them shatters an old throne in their hearts. Symbols appearing around them whisper that they have lost everything they held. The owl waiting outside stands silently like a harbinger of a storm, while the fear they feel in the face of the truth deepens. The Bible verse, "The Lord is my strength and my helper, he will not let the righteous be shaken." Psalm 118 verse 6 echoes for them like a resonance. This verse now appears to them not just as words but as evidence of the armor woven around you that no power can reach. Their own powerlessness, confined to their own limits, can no longer reach your boundless ascent. With each attempt, they sink deeper into their own shadows. Everything left of their access to you is erased. With every attempt, they sink deeper. They are doomed to disappear in the shadows they created. Meanwhile, your light shines brightly as you ascend. The silence around you transforms into a serene victory, reflecting the strength within you. As stated in the Bible, the path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Proverbs 4 verse 18. Your path illuminates while theirs fades day by day. Once, those who schemed against you with cunning traps and veiled intentions now stand exposed and powerless, left only with the bitterness of their own snares. Condemned to the shadows, they fade into obscurity, haunted by the very missteps they used to hold power over others. In contrast, your journey has brought you to a threshold of new beginnings, and the light you carry shines brighter than ever, like a fortress of resolve and purpose. This light has become not just a beacon but a symbol of strength that others look up to, unyielding and unreachable by those who once sought to cloud it. Each day for them is a painful echo of what they could have been, an unsettling reminder of the truth that remains just out of their grasp. They see it, they know it, yet it slips away, leaving them adrift in the shadows of their own choices. But as they falter, you stand tall, moving toward new horizons with a confidence forged by every challenge and trial you've overcome. The universe itself seems to have taken your side, aligning forces to lift you higher, empowering you with purpose and resilience. With each step, you grow stronger, drawing ever closer to the vision you've held dear. The shadows may linger behind, but they are merely the fading echoes of those who tried to hold you back. You, however, have chosen to step into the light of possibility, guided by an inner strength that knows no bounds. As we reach the end of this powerful journey, let this message serve as a reminder of the unique path God has set for you. You are chosen, called to rise beyond the limits others may place upon you. Every step you take upward not only affirms your purpose, but also inspires those who are ready to walk their own path of faith. Embrace this calling with gratitude and confidence, knowing that you're never alone. The divine walks with you, guiding you through every challenge and blessing. Your journey, your insights, and your presence here are deeply valued, and together, we're building a community of strength and purpose. Thank you for being a part of this journey. May God's peace, love, and protection continue to surround you as you rise. If you prayed with us today, comment 999 and trust that heaven heard you